This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week and break it down day by day and let you know how to navigate. You know, to be honest with you, I have probably sat down to film this reading a million times today. And for whatever reason, I have had glitch after glitch after glitch. And I mean, I shouldn't say for whatever reason, because I do know that tomorrow is the official start of Mercury retrograde, and we're in this sort of like glitchy period of, you know, miscommunications, technology breakdown, you know, just random energy kind of flying at us. Let me know in the comments if you feel that. I can't explain it, you know, it's this frustration almost to get things going, and yet maybe this is a reminder, you know, slow things down a little bit. Of course, Mercury retro is all about redoing, revisiting, you know, a lot of reevaluation. So take the time today to slow down, you know, and be mindful this week and for the upcoming weeks, of course, in regards to your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions, because of course they manifest. I mean, granted, we manifest every day of our lives, but, you know, just be extra careful. We don't want any miscommunications or difficulties. Now, I would say knowledge is power as per usual, but what you do with that knowledge is more important. So if you have glitches, if you have miscommunications, if you have people popping back up from your past, this is where you've got to do things differently than you normally would, okay? So today's Easter Sunday, so I'd like to wish everybody a very happy Easter. I hope that you're having a lovely day. There is sunshine where I am. I hope you have it too. This is a day where you do want to be low-key. You want to feel good and enjoy the company of others and enjoy some delicious food and rejuvenate yourself, right? To appreciate everything we have around us. You know, gratitude is so important, of course. And I think we're kind of in this in-between energy right now where, again, we're on the brink of a new era and major changes, because that total solar eclipse coming on April 8th is really going to change so much for us. You know, I'm sure a lot of you can feel it already, and I am excited for it. You don't have to be anxious about it. Be excited, because how do you know this isn't the best thing that ever happened to you? You have no way of knowing until you get there. So a lot of you have been asking me to do zodiac readings for the eclipse, and I will be doing those shortly. And I've also thought about doing some personal readings in regards to the eclipse. So if you'd like to know how the eclipse is going to affect you and your relationships in the next 6 months, you can look out for those on my website. But for now, let's take a look at the overall themes and messages for this week. I'm curious to know how you're feeling. Like I said, with the lunar eclipse we had in Libra recently, I noticed the emotions were a roller coaster. The body aches were like unbelievable. And that could be solar flares, the full moon, the eclipse. But I think it's because, again, we're anticipating major change. I'm actually having quite a sore throat today for whatever reason. I had some tea earlier to help me. And we'll see. Maybe that's just from me speaking my truth recently. I'm curious to know how many of you have been speaking your truth that can ultimately, you know, show up in a sore throat. So I hope all of you are feeling well. If you are speaking your truth, good for you. Good for you. Always important to do so. Now let's take a look at the overall themes and messages for this reading. And we have here Angel of Independence, freedom, spiritual growth, light, power, enhanced pineal gland, wisdom, exploration. I help open the door to freedom in all areas of life through spiritual enlightenment and the discovery of truth. Go figure. Go figure. I just had like an aha moment or epiphany. And that is, it took all these times to sit down and film this to get this message. It's almost like I needed to redo or revisit how I was approaching this reading, because I just talked about speaking your truth. And what does this say? Discovery of truth. Big changes. Big changes. Well, all right. Message received. Let's take a look at another message for this reading today. I'm going to be using these astrology cards, and we'll see what we need to know. Uranus, genius. Uranus energy is about upheaval and change, you know, rocking your world. Genius is, of course, knowledge. And I always say this, knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. You have a lot of information. You've learned a lot. You've grown so much. And now it's time to use that wisdom to explore new things. Okay? So let's take a look at some other messages that you might need to know. Jeweled web connectivity. Connections are really important right now. Communication is key. We know that because with Mercury retro, you're going to see how important the way in which you communicate is. Just be mindful. Like I said, your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions, they matter right now. So let's take these cards and put them to the side, and we'll see how these messages relate to the rest of the reading. Now, I'm going to use this deck here for each day of the week to start us off because, well, Mercury retrograde, I want to see words. I want to see clear messages. Let's take a look at Monday. Refine your attention. Notice we got a re word, right? Refine. So very much a Mercury retrograde vibe. Where do you put your attention? Is your attention on yourself? Is it on family members, friends, romantic partners? Maybe this is telling you to refine your attention, to pull back a little bit and focus on you. Show yourself some love. Now on Tuesday, we got two cards, so two messages. Let's take them. Raise your vibration and shine your light. Exactly. Raise your vibration. Raising your vibration basically means that you are not going to engage in things that can bring you down. So be mindful of any gossip, any drama, any energy that can pull you in a direction that you don't want to be in. You know, as an example, I don't like to watch anything on TV that, you know, can pull me down or make me sad or want to be involved in any drama, you know. So I try to stay with things that make me laugh or be around people that make me laugh or feel good, because ultimately, laughter is contagious. Happiness is contagious, just like misery loves company. It all depends on your perspective and how you look at it. And I want you to shine your light. I want you to feel good. And if you're vibrating high, amazing. Celebrate that. If people don't like your light, that says more about them than it does about you. That means you are vibrating at a different level. And sometimes in friendships, relationships, whatever, it becomes very evident the more you spiritually grow and change. And, you know, here's the thing. I'm going to come back to this angel card here from the very beginning where it said, you know, spiritual growth and power and wisdom. You know, you have wisdom that you didn't have before. And it's time to implement that. It's time to shine your light. I mean, look at the light that is shining down, you know, on this angel. And just know that you are discovering your authentic truth, and it's time to implement that and live your authentic truth. Okay, so let's take a look at Wednesday. Grieve your losses. This is my whole point. You know, let's go back for a second to that card we had a moment ago about connectivity. You're going to notice that your connections are changing. What you once thought was good for you or a part of your life may no longer be so good for you or a part of your life. You may notice some friendships, relationships, or dynamics changing, and you can't take everyone with you. I think that's the message. You just can't. You're going to have to grieve your losses. And let's take a look at Thursday. strengthen your gifts, celebrate your gifts. You know, again, I'm going to come back to the angel card here. It talked about the pineal gland. That is your third eye. You're developing more spiritually, intuitively. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, your inner knowing. And on Friday, oh, this card came from Express Your Joy. We had this the other day, and I'm just loving that. What are you happy about? What brings you joy? Let's take a look at Saturday. Begin to explore. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is like saying, who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Explore. Find new avenues. Find new adventures, new connections, things that make you happy, happier. Okay, let's take a look at Sunday. Reevaluate your priorities. Exactly. What is your priority? If your priority isn't yourself, okay, and your growth and your evolution, how are you able to explore? If you're always overgiving, overdoing, problem solving, being everything to everyone, how are you ever going to explore what you want? There's always going to be something that gets in your way. And let's take a look here at the sneak peek for the upcoming week. Take the lead. Now, what that means, in case anybody's wondering, is it means take the lead in your own life. Your spiritual growth and evolution is the most important thing. Everything else will follow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Right? Beautiful. I love that start to this reading. I'm going to take the tarot now. This is a deck that I've had for a very long time. It's actually a little bit hard to shuffle. It's quite a big deck, actually. But I've had this deck for a while, and I haven't used it in a very long time. I found it tucked away. And I believe this is the Star Tarot. So let's go back to Monday, and we have Refine Your Attention. Exactly. You've got to ask yourself where you're putting your attention. If it's on heartbreak and sadness of an old story, it's time that you grieve that story, that loss. Everything is going to be okay. Again, your new life is going to cost your old life. And I think that is what's scaring people a lot. Because when something is the unknown, it's very hard to take the steps because of fear. But again, what's on the other side of fear? It could be the best thing that ever happened to you. And you can't worry about old stuff. That old stuff keeps you in old stuff. So we want to raise the vibration. We want to shine. We don't want to be in darkness. Now, granted, with light there is dark, and dark there is light. We know this. But it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to be happy. Time for you to express your joy. So on Tuesday, we have the High Priestess, signs and synchronicities. Interesting connection here, no pun intended, with the connectivity card, because we have jeweled web, and like, look at this web here. You know, I know many people are afraid of spiders or don't like spiders, but they actually are considered good luck. And when we have a web, we have connection. You know, spiders work diligently to make that web and to connect, right? And so the High Priestess here is ascension, signs and synchronicities to help you raise your vibration. You know, I always talk about this. Yes, seeing angel numbers is a blessing. It's a beautiful confirmation that you're on the right track. But you also have to be mindful of what you are reading in those signs. Oftentimes we can sort of make them fit. I take the general rule of thumb and say, are you in the old, or are you in the new? So when I get the signs and synchronicities, or I see the birth dates or the numbers or the specific things about a situation or a person, whatever, I smile. I smile, I thank the universe and go, yep, I'm in the new. And I just keep on going. I can't let those signs pull me backwards because, you know, I often say, is the car in the driveway? And I mean, that can be relationship specific. You can take it as you wish. But I would just make the point that we want to see the reality of something versus the potential. Be very careful with that kind of like Neptune or Pisces energy that's like, we marry potential, we divorce reality. We want the reality of a situation, right? Because if we stay in the potential of something, it's at arm's length, it's on a pedestal, it's not really within reach. We want something within reach. So in order to do that, we have to sort of stay grounded. Now, again, seeing those signs and synchronicities is a beautiful thing, and embrace them. They really are beautiful. I get them every day of my life. That's never stopped. But at the same time, I don't stop either, you know? So just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, something else I wanted to point out. The first two cards were 32, and look what the number was here in connectivity. Everything is connected. We are all connected. We're all one, right, with the universe. So there's that 32. Now, let's take a look at Wednesday when we have grieve your losses. There you go. You can't make that up. The world. Completion of a cycle. We're letting things go. We're ready to birth something new. Look at the transformation. How beautiful is that? You're going to the next level. Okay, let's take a look at Thursday. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Strengthen your gifts. Intuition. What a beautiful, beautiful card. The lotus flower is about transformation. And the rainbow is serendipity. It's even, you know, weathering the storm. You know, how beautiful a rainbow can be at the end of a storm. Your cup is overflowing. You're strengthening your heart and your gifts. I just love these cards today. Now, we have Express Your Joy on Friday. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles, feeling good in your own skin, self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. Do something nice for yourself, something that makes you happy. Begin to explore. Let's see. The Six of Wands, explore your victory. Look how we're like striving for the stars here. It's almost like this rider is like pointing right at the star. You are a star. Gorgeous. Okay, let's take a look at Sunday, and we have reevaluate your priorities. And we have here the Queen of Pentacles. What brings you stability and happiness? What's your joy, you know? The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who loves her family and home. She loves nice things, but she's also generous. So, like I said, it's okay to give, just give in balance, right? We want equal giving and receiving or close to it. Now that sneak peek at the following week, we have take the lead. And wow, I mean, the sneak peek at the following week, what days are that? And that is the eclipse energy, the solar eclipse. And we have here the Knight of Cups. Wow. Open your heart. Open your heart in general and romantically, because that's beautiful. When you take the lead in your own life and make moves, this is how you get the love that you desire. You don't get the love you desire by waiting on somebody or holding yourself back. You get the love you desire by putting yourself first and making moves. And then you attract everything you could want. Or better. That's the other thing. It's not even always what you think. It's going to be better than what you thought, you know? So let's take a look back with the Oracle cards back to Monday here. And we talked about the idea that, you know, you've got to get over this broken heart and this sadness. And let's see. Yeah, you've got to rise above it. And again, back to the angel card at the very beginning. We talked about the third eye. Spiritual growth. Rising above, a transition. Third eye. Vision for the future. Let's see. On Tuesday, the Archer, taking aim, implementing a strategy, being direct, going for it. Okay, on Wednesday, the World card, completion of a cycle. There, see, there's the rainbow. I knew it. divine intervention, perfect timing, ascension, serendipity, light codes. Are you ready for the next round? Okay, let's take a look at Thursday, that Ace of Cups. Oh, the man. You or someone that you're dealing with. This could be new love. Something shifting in love. Strengthen your gifts. When you're stronger and pushing yourself forward, this is what I was saying, you get the love that you're looking for. It's also just general forward motion. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles. Trust divine timing. Allow things to come in. Trust the process. Soul spark. I love that. Okay, let's take a look at Saturday. The book. You have so many more chapters. You don't even know it yet. Let the old stories go and create new ones. Okay, that stability we talked about here. Judgment, total transformation, heed the call, surrender, awakening, clean slate, rebirth. You're finding your stability. And that sneak peek towards that eclipse energy. Strength, confidence, courage. You know, just as a side note, the Strength card can also be about taming your own inner beast, your own inner critic, you know, keeping yourself in check, knowing that you are going to have everything you could ever want. It just, again, depends on your perspective. So let's take some Power of Surrender cards just to see what we need to surrender or surrender to this week. There you go. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. It's kind of like what I said to you about the signs and synchronicities. You let them come in, you acknowledge them, and then you say thank you, and you go about your day. Well, surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. When you're at peace, you attract peace. Okay, let's take one more. Well, surrender to divine timing. You can't make this up. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. I really hope this resonates with you. As always, thank you so much for your kindness, your likes, your comments, your subscribes. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. If you're interested in an eclipse reading, keep your eyes open for that too on my website. So thank you very much. Happy Easter, and I wish you an amazing week.